Let's talk about a war that has not been receiving any media attention. The entire world is silent about a war that is happening in Sudan. Russia, UAE, Iran, and Egypt have also joined this war, supporting parties that are fighting. Let's break it down. Sudan has the world's largest humanitarian crisis, and little attention is being paid to it. Around 25 million people, of which 14 million of them are children, are in dire need of humanitarian intervention. According to the UN, $2.7 billion is required to intervene in Sudan, and at the moment, only 17% has been provided. More than 18 million people are facing food insecurity. More than 8.6 million people have been displaced, and they've had to leave their homes to seek refuge. Many of them went to Darfur, which has now also become a battleground for war. Over 3.5 million children under the age of 5 have acute malnutrition. Between 10 to 15,000 people have lost their lives, despite some estimates that are providing numbers that are much more higher. Around 70% of health facilities in conflict-affected states are non-functional. Water resources have been destroyed. Roads and buildings have been hit with heavy artillery, and the state is near collapse. You are probably wondering what happened. Sudan was ruled by Omar al-Bashir for 30 years, and he was removed from power in 2019 after a massive protest that expressed dissatisfaction with how the country was ran. At this point, it looked like the future of Sudan was bright and on path to democracy. In 2021, the situation took a turn when the interim leader, General Fattah al-Burhan, used the military to take total control of the country. The war in Sudan is a personal rivalry between two former friends who lead strong military groups, and citizens are caught in between. The two former friends are General Fattah al-Burhan, who leads the Sudanese Armed Force, or SAF. He was the interim leader after the removal of Omar al-Bashir. And the other is General Hemeti, who leads a paramilitary group, the Rapid Support Force, or RSF. The two are at war for control in Sudan. SAF is now controlling the east and north side of Sudan, and RSF is controlling the south and the west, including Khartoum, the capital. Two generals were friends and were both responsible for using the military to remove Omar al-Bashir, who was also their friend. Citizens went on a protest to remove al-Bashir, and the two generals used the opportunity to seize power for themselves. And now they are fighting on who should be the main man in Sudan. This war is made worse by the support that two fighting groups are getting. Different countries have come in to fund the war, aligning themselves with different players. UAE is accused of supporting and providing weapons to the RSF. Russia is also in the picture through its mercenary group, the Wagner Group. Russia is accused of supporting both sides. It is providing weapons to the RSF and also supporting SAF. Egypt is also accused of supporting SAF, and there's also accusations that SAF is using Iranian drones. Early this year, Egypt and the UAE tried to initiate diplomatic talks, but they didn't work. If you'd like to know much more detailed analysis about this war, let me know. Comment podcast in the comment section so that I can create a podcast long video to make sure that I explain this in great detail. Spread this video for awareness. Done.